The older we grow, the wiser we become. That's just a fact of life. So don't be too hard on yourself when you'll learn that some things you thought to be true all along turn out to be one huge deception. Ready to face some hard truths? Good, because we've rounded up the 12 things that prove your life is a lie. Ouch. What's up, Acnatics? This is Discovery Amuse, serving up your daily dose of the most outrageous, outlandish, and out-of-this-world fun facts. Stick around for our top 1 pick because you might end up with zero chill after learning about this age-old secret. Time to keep calm and carry on with our countdown.
My life is a lie! My life is a lie!
Number 12. Green grass.
It's good to touch the green grass of home.
Take it from Tom Jones that the grass isn't always greener on the other side of the fence, because sometimes all it takes is a little herbal hocus pocus. If you're jealous about your neighbor's lawn staying green all summer long, then I'll let you in on a little secret. Grass paint. Yep, it's a real thing, and no need to panic because it's totally organic. Just spray some on your lawn and voila! The artificial grass coloring is harmless for people, plants, and pets, and it's often used by professionals to make residential and commercial lawns more presentable. Heck, it's even used to make football fields and golf courses look fresh for a long time, even without watering. Keep watching because you'll be blown away by the big reveal that is our top 1 pick. Number 11. Shampoo Ads. Ever wondered how to achieve those luscious locks models flaunt in shampoo commercials? Well, I hate to burst your bubble, but you might not actually be able to achieve it just by using the product alone. The truth is, shampoo ads employ special techniques to make the hair look better on camera. For starters, hair extensions are used to make the model's locks look thicker. When the model is laying down, most likely there's cardboard attached to the middle of the model's head with hair extensions taped on it. And to achieve that bouncy, flowy, wind-blown effect, some guys in green suits make the hair swish and flip by using a stick or a hair loop. Number 10. Instant Noodles. The almighty instant noodle has saved many a lazy cook from the wrath of hunger pangs. And why not? It's easy to prepare, dirt cheap, and oh so tasty. But while a cup of instant ramen might already be satisfying, looking at a cross-section of a noodle cup will reveal that there's actually an extra space between the noodles and the bottom of the cup. You know how they say that you eat with your eyes, right? So the illusion of a full cup is sometimes enough to fill you up too. Number 9. Product packaging. We've all experienced opening a big bag of chips only to find out that it's practically half empty. But deception in product packaging goes way deeper and far more sinister than our favorite potato crisps. Take these 2 cans of Campbell soup, for instance. How in the world could the can on the right be 10% bigger than the left? And how about this beverage that couldn't decide whether it's American or Canadian? Maybe it has dual citizenship.
I'm not American.
American money? Didn't watch the Leafs game? No please or thank you for the coffee? You sure don't seem like a Canadian.
No wonder this box of crayons is being sold for 1/3 of the price. Because you get 64 crayons of the same freaking color. And don't even get me started on this package of sausage rolls that puts your basic math skills to the test. Why couldn't they just say 3-pack then?
28?
Yes!
Number 8. Shopaholic hacks. A lot of people can totally relate to this. You go inside a store with a list of shopping items and you leave with so much more stuff than what you went in there for. But before you conclude that you're a hopeless shopaholic, let me tell you now that the store is partly to blame, if not entirely. Supermarkets and department stores employ a lot of tricks that actually encourage shoppers to buy more.
Every second, every extra minute you spend in the retailer store is not to make you feel more comfortable or more happy. It is to make the money in your wallet go into the retailer's wallet.
For starters, some supermarkets hide their dairy products and other pantry essentials on the back wall to force you to walk through the entire store and browse through the aisles. Sometimes they also deliberately change the store layout so you end up browsing other items, because the more you browse, the more chances of buying stuff outside of your grocery list. I did that today! Additionally, retail stores tend to put the pricier items at eye level, so you will need to put more effort into finding the cheaper alternatives. This is to lure you into buying the more expensive ones that are easier to locate. So, the next time you feel the need for retail therapy, be wary of these hacks so you can shop guilt-free.
Oh, could I just try a little sample? Oh, I'm so bad.
Number 7. Food styling. Scrumptious, mouth-watering, and totally inedible! Once you learn about these food styling hacks, you'll never look at food adverts the same way again. See these yummy bowls of cereal? What if I told you that that's not milk in there, but some Crisco and hair conditioning product?
Crisco. This is the fun part. So, this bowl is pretty darn deep. And why in the world would I fill it up with cereal when the only part of the bowl with the cereal that you're gonna see is on the top?
And where there is exposed Crisco, that is where this product is going to go.
See this perfectly scooped ice cream? You might ask, how on earth does it not melt under all the lighting? That's because it's actually a concoction of corn syrup, shortening, and food coloring. And if the foam on this pint of beer looks too perfect to be real, you can thank dish soap for achieving those incredibly long-lasting bubbles. Number 6. Commander Crunch. Captain Crunch lovers, I hate to break it to you, but it's time for you to know that he's an imposter.
I'm an imposter.
See those 3 stripes on his sleeves? In the Navy, these stripes are worn by a commander. Captains wear sleeves with 4 stripes. And in the older cereal boxes, Captain Crunch is seen wearing either 1 or 2 stripes, never 4. So yeah, this officer has some splaining to do. Maybe a rebranding is in order.
There's nothing like the real Captain Crunch.
Number 5. Olympic gold medal. Do you know why Olympians have this crazy habit of biting into their gold medals? Well, it's believed that gold is softer than other metals, so historically, biting into it was one way to prove its authenticity. However, I bet you didn't know that Olympic gold medals are actually not entirely made of gold.
What?
The minimum standard for creating Olympic gold medals is that it should be made of at least 92.5% silver. And the bare requirement is for these medals to be plated with at least 6 grams of gold. Although, to be fair, they did use pure 15-karat gold medals in the 1908 London Olympics, but that's about the only time they handed out solid gold. So why do athletes still bite their gold medals to this day? Well, mainly because photographers consider it the money shot. That's really just it.
Disappointed!
Number 4. Penguin feet. Whether they're tap dancing, surfing, or just hatching eggs, penguins look oh so adorable with their funny-looking feet.
Hatching these eggs is a big responsibility. My brother Cody, he just doesn't understand that.
Just based on their waddling, you probably assumed all your life that penguins don't have knees, right? Well, mark this date as the one where you learned that penguins actually do have knees.
The reason that they look like they don't have knees is because their belly comes down almost to their ankle.
They mostly use their knees when they're swimming, which is how they spend 75% of their time. Well, I could spend all day just watching them waddle on land.
Just smile and wave, boys.
Number 3. Brick pavement. When it comes to walkways, to brick or not to brick, that is the question. Manual bricklaying is a more daunting ordeal than just using plain old concrete, but streets made of brick or cobblestone just look so much more charming, don't they?
So you agree?
Thankfully, some workers have found a way to get the best of both worlds, thanks to these neat tools that can be used over cement to make it look like carefully patterned bricks, just like these concrete molds and stencils that are sure to give your walkway that extra oomph.
I'm not even mad. That's amazing.
And if that still looks like a lot of work, you can also try out this roller that instantly turns concrete into beautifully textured brickwork. Pretty cool, huh? Number 2. Road markings. To this day, do you still assume that road markings like pedestrian crossings and stop signs are actually painted by hand?
This is your world. You get to make and break the rules here.
It's time to quash those assumptions because painting road signs have become significantly more advanced throughout the years. Take, for example, this technique called thermoplastic road marking. That's both precise and time efficient. With this method, road workers can cover up to 40 miles per day. For longer texts, road workers use stencils to avoid any costly mistakes. And for modern cities that are feeling fancy, they utilize one of these spray paint machines on steroids that can even be used driverless. Before we go to our number 1 pick, do us a solid and make sure to smash the subscribe button and hit the notification bell. Don't forget to choose all so you won't miss out on any of our latest life-changing, boredom-busting content. And of course, be sure to turn on notifications in your app's settings. Number 1. Pyramids of Sudan. When someone mentions pyramids, the first and perhaps only thing that comes to mind are the great pharaonic pyramids in Egypt. But hold your camels because in the ancient city of Meroe in Sudan, more than 200 Nubian pyramids lie abandoned and virtually forgotten. These Nubian pyramids were built by the rulers of the Kingdom of Kush. At around 300 to 700 BC, the kings of Kush adopted the tradition of building pyramids from the Egyptians and used them as burial sites for Nubian royalty.
An Italian explorer. He came here in the 1830s and he chopped off like 40 pyramids searching for gold.
The explorer he's referring to is Giuseppe Ferlini, who desecrated the structures and found dozens of gold and silver jewelry pieces among the pyramids. Today, only about 20,000 tourists visit the pyramids each year, but the country hopes that as more American archaeologists explore the ruins, the pyramids of Sudan will eventually regain its ancient glory. So, which of these made you doubt your own knowledge? Tell us all about it in the comments section below. Take home any of our exclusive gear by browsing our merch shelf or clicking the link in the video description. And while you're at it, take our quiz to find out how you can earn extra cash online doing what you do best. Awesome, right? Hungry for more myth-busting? Then don't miss our list of 10 things you do wrong every day. Till then, keep on learning, Factnatics, and see you in the next video.